Savings up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic at Mermaid Mattress.
So let me introduce to you this morning Lindsay McKegg. She is here with Cornerstone Caregiving, and when she walked in the studio, that smile of hers just lit up the room. So good to see you.
Yes, thank you so much.
I wanted to begin with that because you work with primarily senior citizens who need some care at home, non-medical care.
Yes.
I am the daughter of a 94-year-old mom, and so she still lives on her own, but my brothers and I had this frequent conversation with her. And the countenance of the person that you trust your loved one to is very important.
It is, absolutely.
That's why I wanted to begin with your smile.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you so much.
So you are doing non-medical care, which does not mean that you don't work in conjunction with people who need medical care, but you're providing the companionship and the
Yes, there is a whole list of services that Cornerstone can provide as far as bathing, dressing, incontinence care, transportation, medication reminders. There's a lot of things that we can do in partnership with the medical team as far as hospice or home health. So a lot of times we partner with them and try to fill the gaps of care because they're there a couple times a week. So we can come in and fill the gaps of care with them.
So we'll kind of talk through the process of it all because it's highly individualized. One thing, you obviously work with people who have long-term care insurance. You'll even take people to the VA if they're a veteran.
Yes, ma'am.
To help them. I love the fact, though, Lindsay, that you don't have a minimum number of hours that people have to use.
Yes, that is correct. So we can come in and help mom or dad 1 hour a day or 24/7 care. It's really what the needs are, and it's also very flexible. So we could start small. A lot of families, you know, this is an adjustment for mom or dad, so we could start small and then increase hours week by week if needed.
You can't obviously control everything, and so your staff has changes with their lives and that type of thing, but do you try to send the same person as often as possible?
That is our goal. So when I come out and meet with the family, I get to learn mom or dad, right? What the care is needed, plus their personality, because all of the care is so important to us as well, but the companionship is also very important. So we try to pair a caregiver that is going to be a great fit for mom or dad and can continue that same caregiver every shift.
Well, then let's talk about the process, because you said when you come out, so are you kind of the front person?
Yes, ma'am, it's me. Yes, ma'am. So let's just say mom or dad's being discharged from the hospital, you know, they need care right away, starting today. Well, that's where they call Cornerstone Caregiving. I come out, I meet with the family, we talk about the needs, we talk about the schedule in mind. We kind of come up with a care plan. It takes about 30 minutes for that home assessment, or I could come into the hospital where they're at. I come out, do the assessment, and then I also come back with the caregiver. I like to introduce the families. Hey, this is your caregiver that's going to be taking care of mom or dad. I think it's going to be a great fit for you guys. And so they're going to see me again once I come back out and introduce the caregiver to them.
So let's say, because the holidays, I mean, obviously there could be some people watching who think, ooh, we do need this right now. There also could be some people who might be getting together over the holidays and notice some shifts in their parents or grandparents.
Yes, and when you talk about holidays, you know, I wanted to say that let us come in and take care of mom or dad, getting her up out of bed, getting her bathed, getting her dressed, so you guys, the family, can be together, not having to worry about getting mom or dad up, or even transportation, taking mom and dad to where the family's gathering, so they don't have to stress about that. They can just really spend time together as a family.
Do you have clients who maybe don't have any needs physically, they just could use some help in the kitchen or that type of thing?
Absolutely. We have families, you know, talking about last year we had families that had our caregivers come and just cook the turkey for them or help with the dishes. We all know with Thanksgiving, dishes are, you know, there's so many dishes with Thanksgiving. So just having that extra hand in the kitchen.
I think that people marvel at what it is to have the heart of a caregiver. Can you brag a little bit about your staff?
Yes, absolutely. I will say we have the top-notch caregivers. My team, our recruiting team, Gary Frame, he is our hiring and recruiting that brings the caregivers on board. We invest in our caregivers to ensure that we're hiring caregivers with experience and with that passion. And also we have Tyler Henry. He is our scheduling manager. He also does our training as well. So we always ensure if there's any type of equipment on in the home,
Right.
Tyler will go out and just to do a check to ensure the caregiver is fully confident
Right.
in using that equipment.
That's nice.
Yes.
If there is a transportation used with y'all, do you drive the client's car or does your caregiver drive his or her
Either
car?
way, so it's the client's preference.
Okay.
We can drive the client's car or the client's or the caregiver's car.
So I know you're based in Saudi Daisy, but you service pretty much the
Chattanooga and the
area?
surrounding cities. Yes, ma'am.
You just opened about a year ago.
Yes.
If people do call you today, you cannot be all places at all times.
Right.
But they can get help pretty quickly.
Yes, and also if I'm with another family, that's where Tyler and Gary come in. They can also come to the house and sign the family up as well.
The fact that there's no minimum number of
Yes.
hours required is really very important, I think, to stress.
Absolutely. No minimum hours, 1 hour a day, 1 hour a week, or 24/7 care.
All right, well, you keep that smile.
Yes,
And
thank you
here's
so
where
much.
You'll find her. It's Cornerstone Caregiving. There's the address on Dayton Pike in Saudi Daisy, cornerstonecaregiving.com. And if you want to call them, 497-3915. They're there to make your everyday a lot happier and easier.
Yes.
Did you know that clogged dryer vents caused more than 15,000 house fires last year? Dryer Vent Wizard of Chattanooga will inspect, clean, and repair your vent so your dryer runs efficiently and safely. Don't let your dryer start a fire. Call Dryer Vent Wizard of Chattanooga today.
I was in a head-on collision with a drunk driver, and now I'm permanently injured.
I need